Mr. President, I'm sure all of our colleagues have seen the news over the past few days from my home state of Washington, where we are suffering a devastating natural disaster. For those of you who haven't seen it, on Saturday, the town of Oso, Washington, it's a small, tightly knit community on the Snohomish River. On Saturday, they were hit by a massive landslide. It's cut off the town of Darrington, which is just a few miles up the State Road 530, and houses over a square mile have just been swept away. We know already that we have lost 8 people. This morning we learned that there is more than 100 people who are still missing. And right now, in my home state of Washington, Mr. President, there are dozens and dozens of families who do not know if their loved ones are still alive. Mr. President, these are moms and dads, their sons and daughters, their neighbors and friends, who in the blink of an eye saw water and earth wipe away their homes and their entire community. And now many of them are there and they don't know if their loved ones have survived. Mr. President, I was in Arlington yesterday, where the search and rescue operations are being coordinated. It's just down the road from where the slide hit. And I wanted to talk today for just a few minutes about this on the Senate floor. Oso and Darrington are very small towns, like a lot of others in this country. The population of Oso is 180 people. The types of places where everyone knows everyone, where they stop to say hello, and where everyone lends a helping hand. It's impossible to describe the scope of this devastation. There isn't a single person who hasn't been impacted in some way by this tragedy. But there also isn't a single person anywhere who isn't doing everything they can to help. I saw neighbors who were there providing food, providing shelter, offers of all kinds of help, hugs and prayers. First responders, Mr. President, are risking their lives every minute, braving very dangerous conditions to look for survivors. And people across my state are offering help and donations, anything they can to assist these communities who are experiencing the unthinkable. We have grocery stores who are offering food to the families who need it and to the rescue workers. The Red Cross is there on the ground. Tribal leaders from the local community are coming to offer what they can. But, Mr. President, I just want our colleagues to know, this weekend I saw some of the worst devastation I have ever witnessed in my home state. But at the same time, I also saw firefighters who hadn't slept. They refused to stop as they searched for survivors. I saw families who are refusing to give up hope. And I saw communities that need our entire state and our entire country to stand with them now. So, Mr. President, even though Oso and Darrington are 2,300 miles away from the nation's capital, our hearts and our prayers are with the families in those communities tonight. And in the coming weeks and months and even years, if that's what it takes, all of us need to stand with the people of Oso and Darrington and Arlington and provide the federal resources they are going to desperately need in this recovery and rebuilding operation. And I want them to know that they will have the thoughts and prayers of everyone in this country from the out to the real Washington as they see this through. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor.